The frightened girl, hurriedly walking with no coat or gloves in the cold amid an enclave of scattered cabins in the Wisconsin woods, looked immediately familiar to Jayme Nutter. Missing flyers had made the face of 13-year-old Jayme Kloss ubiquitous since the teen went missing October 15, a presumed kidnapped victim abducted in the moments after her parents' shotgun murders in their home outside of Barron. Now, nearly 70 miles away from Barron in Gordon, here Jayme was on Thursday, approaching Nutter as she walked her golden retriever, Henry, along a snowy road. "My brain was racing," Nutter tells People in this week's cover story recounting Jayme's ordeal and miraculous escape after nearly 3 months held hostage. As Jayme said her name and asked for help, Nutter sensed the girl's fear after realizing how close they stood to the cabin Jayme had just fled. Nutter sought safety by knocking on the nearest door, but there was no answer. "I said, oh Jayme, we'll find somebody. I know a teacher who lives down the road," she recalls. "I was talking calmly, but I was freaking out inside." At the teacher's home, Kristen Kacinskas answered her door. "This is Jayme Kloss," Nutter blurted out, according to Kacinskas and her husband, Peter. Nutter followed up with an urgent command, reflecting her panic that the girl's abductor might be close on her heels. "Call 911, Nutter said. "And get a weapon." In the terrifying minutes that followed, Peter Kacinskas stood at the door with a gun, while the others waited for police to arrive and whisk Jayme to safety. On their way, officers passed the suspect, 21-year-old Jake Thomas Patterson, who they would later stop and arrest within the hour for the alleged kidnapping and the murders of Jayme's parents. Authorities said Patterson had left Jayme alone in his home and was out looking for her after she'd crawled from beneath the bed where Patterson ordered her, using threats of abuse, to stay for up to 12 hours at a time without food, water or bathroom breaks during her 88 days as a hostage. Before police arrived to complete Jayme's rescue, Nutter warmed the teen in a wrapped blanket, and the girl played with the Kacinskas' dog. With her ordeal over and soon to be reunited with family and her small-town community that never quit believing she'd be found safe, Jayme just wanted to be quiet, Nutter says. "We just sat with her." Patterson currently is jailed on $5 million bail. He has not yet entered a plea to the allegations. "This is a very tragic situation," Patterson's lawyers said in a joint statement, according to local media reports. "There is a substantial amount of information, interest, and emotion involved in this case. Mr. Patterson's legal team will be relying on the integrity of our judicial system to ensure that everyone's rights are protected and respected." People has reached out to the two lawyers for additional comment. Patterson was charged with 2 counts of first-degree homicide, 1 count of kidnapping and 1 count of armed burglary.